What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 233. We are back for the new year, for the new UFC Paramount deal. It's been an incredible experience so far. I know every person that has watched these first two events has zero complaints. They're only happy. They're only been thrilled with everything that we've been thrown at.
Listen, this one was a lot better.
It was.
A lot better.
Mhm.
It was.
The first one was horrendous. This one was a lot better.
But hey, all I gotta say, and all Dana's really gotta say, is if you got any problems with anything, it's only $8.99.
And that it really is a fair point, an unfortunately unarguable point. Like,
Yeah. And again,
It's like, go ahead.
I was gonna say, with the first week, again, we've mentioned, I mentioned yesterday when we were talking about it, they had a fight fall off the day of, they had to fill in time at that point, so the pacing was gonna be
But
worse because of it as well.
it wasn't just that though. Like, obviously I know that it started a little bit later, but it was like in between every fight was so much longer.
Yeah.
The pacing on the main card, for instance, it's like the main
hmm
card shouldn't be affected by one fight falling
Yeah.
out the day of. It took them 45 minutes, 40 minutes or so to get to the first fight of the main card. Like,
Yeah, it took them a
I
minute.
understand that it was the first card of Paramount and they were doing extra stuff. They had extra people talking,
Yeah.
explaining, blah blah blah. But it felt like boxing-esque of the pacing. It was so bad. So like this time around, much better.
No, yeah, and I saw, at peak at one point, when they were talking, apparently there were numbers out there. I don't know how credible they are, but, at peak, there was, 7 million people watching.
Yep, yeah, they
So,
were, yeah, definitely had a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, did much better with the pacing in this one, so that's definitely the biggest thing. Where it's like with the ads and everything, it's just, especially if they're just doing something where they just minimize the screen and pull stuff up, it's like whatever. To Dina's point,
yeah.
it is $8.99. Most people that are going to complain about this don't pay for fights and haven't paid for fights for years. To go from paying $85 for the pay-per-views every month 13 times a year 4 years with ESPN and
Yeah.
already being upset with the fights they make, the quality of the cards, and the direction that they go with the divisions and whatever. I don't give a single fuck what they want to do. I'm still gonna bitch and complain and whatever. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna talk so much shit about why it was such a terrible reason for this card to book Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez
Yes.
2. It was a horrible idea, and we're gonna go into all that. End of the day, I don't give a fuck. I'm not paying $85 to watch this event, so just throw all the ads at me that you want throughout all of it. Anything, I don't care. We're good. We're
See,
good.
I would at least prefer it if they would just throw minimize the screen, make it an ad that's not being talked over or whatever, so I can hear the corners. But besides that, it's what the
Yeah. Paramount's got to get their money too.
I was
You know
about to
what
say,
I
they gotta
mean?
make their
They're
money.
going to throw as many ads at us as they
Yeah.
can across these next couple of years for
Yeah.
them to try and get that money back. I understand it, but either way, I'm happy that just not having to deal with ESPN. Paramount, I know for us has been a little wonky and not the greatest overall in terms of a streaming site. Still much better than ESPN. And with the praises, I've been happy so far with
Mhm.
everything the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's get into the event itself. UFC 325 from Sydney, Australia. Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez 2. The great Alexander Volkanovski. At this point, to me, I know to most people, it's been for quite a bit. Undeniably the greatest featherweight of all time. Ties with Jose Aldo for the most UFC featherweight title wins in UFC history at 8
Yep.
with his performance last night, getting a unanimous decision win over Diego Lopez. 2 judges scored it 49-46. 1 judge gave it a clean sweep, 50-45. Have no
Mhm.
problems with those scorecards at all. How you guys feel about the fight and about Volkanovski's performance?
I mean, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I guess I don't feel much about this fight because I expected it to be pretty similar to the first fight, and it was.
Yeah.
You know, Volk circled the opposite direction throughout this fight. Diego has not figured out how to have fucking proper footwork and cut anybody off or move forward. He did break both of his feet. Who the fuck knows at what point that happened during the fight, but I'm really not sure that even if his feet weren't broken, if that would have made a difference, you know? Um, yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like, if anything, I just walked away feeling like, yep, we all knew this shouldn't have been the fight. Like,
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's exactly how I was feeling. Like I was we were talking about during the fight campaign and all that, and we were just talking. And I was just like, look, I think this fight is going to go very similar, if not damn near exactly the same as the last fight. Now, if Diego Lopez catches him, knocks him out, he's got the power to do so. We've seen Vulcan knocked out multiple times now. I wouldn't be
Yep.
shocked at that, but at the end of the day, he can't, if the delivery system isn't there, he's not going to be able to land it. So,
Yep.
and that's kind of like what it is. That's why we're saying this is not the fight to book for the featherweight title. Like, you had to give it to like a Mozart or a Lerone Murphy for it to actually like matter.
Yeah. And it's like, and that's where it's so rough, because with Diego, he was so insufficient with his skills to take down Volkanovski in the first fight.
Mhm.
Happened 9 months ago. He is at the top of the division. He is over 30. He's in the prime of his career. What big adjustments, what real learning and big changes can you do as an elite level fighter that has already developed your game in less than a year?
Yeah.
Not too much. And one thing, because like with you bringing up like Volk circling to the left, is like I think like the third round where I was like sitting there thinking about it, and because I was like, rewatching stuff from the first fight, Volk
Mm.
circled right the entire fight on Diego. And that, because that was something where like I remember when he just watching clips and stuff, he was circling to the left on Ilya and circling to the right on Diego. And that was something where in my head it was like, all right, well, circling to the left on Ilya, it's like you're going into the power, not really the smartest thing,
Mm.
so like makes sense of like, yeah, circling to the right on Diego with those big power shots. And like it was the third round where I noticed he was just constantly going to the left, and every time he would start to circle towards the right, Diego would cut him off right away. He
Yeah.
actually would have those moments of stepping sideways and cutting the cage off. And Volk even said it afterwards in the post-fight speech that it's like, like, yeah, we went out there and like started circling right. He like shut that off right away, so we had to circle left. And like I thought about it, where it's like I wonder if that like was the game plan of like to circle left for this one, if doing like the Max versus Jose Aldo thing of one fight circling to the right, one fight circling to the left, or if it
Mm.
was just the mid-fight adjustment super early on from him, and for him to bring that up and just be like, damn, that was just a fucking first round mid-fight adjustment that he took through the entire fight that made the entire difference. Where it's like,
Right.
yeah, in 9 months, Diego and his team was like, all right, Volk, circle to the right on us. We got to learn to cut that off. And they learned to do that and had not even a single answer or a single thought that he might just circle the other direction.
yeah.
25 minutes gone. Your second title fight gone. All because this motherfucker instantly was like, yeah, I'll just circle the other way. Fight over. That is the level of difference between Volkanovski and the top of the division, like, and Diego Lopez. Like that.
Right.
That is why we shouldn't have done this fight right away. That's why you don't give him Jean Silva, just a fighter that just goes out there with insane fucking just does dumb things and just goes for it and is just so wild and like
Yeah.
nowhere near the technical fighter that Volkanovski is. He finishes him in the second round and you just re-give him the title. This is why we shouldn't have done it. This is why you give him Lerone Murphy, who has
Yes.
been beating people and dismantling people across this division for however many years and is on like a 9-fight unbeaten streak. This is why you give him Movsar Evloev, who has fought 10 people in the UFC and 10 people have lost to him. It doesn't fucking matter about the hype. It doesn't matter about the fucking glamour and all that and the fucking bright lights and just because he's got the fucking haircut and the look and he's gonna fucking talk more and put on more of an exciting fight. You put in motherfuckers that actually stand a chance. And we saw 9 months ago, Diego did not stand a chance at all. And again, just the levels of difference between them, all because such a simple adjustment. And it's one of those things where it seems simple, but like at the end of the day, for fighters to actually do that, it's like you're so used to fighting a certain way and doing certain things where it's like, yeah, most people can't just change up their footwork and how they move and just the general pattern of it mid-fight. And it
showed.
Yeah. It is just truly crazy that is really all it took for Volk to do, and that's why this fight ended up playing out exactly the same, and if not looking easier for Volkanovski, because that was just something that he clearly did not expect. And it just one of those things where we've talked about the camp and just how insufficient they are at just actually preparing their fighters to deal with high level competitors and the best of the best. And it just showed again across 25 minutes. And it really does kind of suck for Diego and this entire division because Volk is 37 years old. And if he goes out there and defends the title once or two more times and decides to either leave the division or end up retiring, what have you done to this division? Because you have two really good fighters that could have possibly been out there, like gone out there and showed their level and shown how good they were against Volkanovski, and you didn't give them the opportunity to do that. Instead, you just allowed Volk to show that the division isn't even close to him, and if he ends up retiring and now Diego grabs the title or something, what is everyone going to think of the division? It is going to be looked at like it is so much worse, and that's why it's a terrible idea to do this. It was awful.
But
good
here
on
we
Volk.
are.
Yeah. Totally agree.
But yeah, it's like Diego at first did better at just pushing Volk back and trying to create opportunities and just stay in front of him, but and to the point of like with having both of his feet getting broken in the fight. I don't know exactly when that happened. I want to say it was the third or fourth round where I remember him throwing a kick and he reacted weird and kind of took like a weird step. But it's like it was much earlier than that he just wasn't throwing, he wasn't doing things, he wasn't doing enough with the opportunities. And I get it's like you got Volk in front of you that's super elusive, he's super hard to hit, and he even showed it in this one where it's like the more time you give Volk, he just understands you. He knows how to dismantle you. He knows how to go about it. And he went out there sitting down on some big shots in this one in comparison to the first fight. And even going, and he went heavier on the grappling attempts in this one than the first one because he understands how dangerous it is to stand in front of Diego, and still sat down on some real big shots, even buckled the knees of Diego at one point. Like, Volk just really went out there, just vintage Volkanovski, and just did the damn thing over 25 minutes in his home country, and it was beautiful to watch.
It really was. Yeah, he shot more takedowns than Diego did.
Yeah.
He went 2 for 7. Diego 2 for 5.
2 more takedown attempts, but yeah, no, it really just didn't have anything anywhere for Volk. Like whenever it did get to the ground or anything, it just is what it is, like that's why it was supposed to be a Lerone or a Movzar in there, because we had done the song and dance before. You got to give him a bit more. You could have given him a bit more time. Hell, person who it should have been Movzar. We know the UFC hates him. He's boring, blah, 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 whatever. In terms of meritocracy, he deserves it. Give Diego Lerone. Because Lerone has a similar-ish style to Volkanovski. He's going to stay on the outside. He's going to pep you with leg kicks. He's going to circle to the left, circle to the right. That would have been like, oh, if he had beaten Lerone, I would have been like, okay, maybe he does have a shot against Volk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if and that's where it's one of those things, because it's obviously, like, if he was able to just go out there and just insta get a knockout, kind of like he has to so many other people in the division, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, how much does that really show us? But where it's like, if Lerone was able to just, do his thing, and Diego had to thoughtfully go out there and get it done. And that's where he did, like, against John Silva, he did take that fight way more thoughtfully and try to go out there with a clearer vision of countering and doing certain things and being smarter about it. But it's like, when you're comparing the IQ of Volkanovski compared to someone that barks at his opponents, you know what I mean? We're at very different levels here. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah. But that's why, to your point, you give him a Laurel Murphy, because that fight IQ and that knowledge and ability is, like, I don't know exactly how close it is to Volk, because we haven't really gotten to even test that from Lerone himself. But clearly, it's much closer than what John Silva has displayed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, fucking Volkanovski, 37 years old, title defense under the belt on his second run. Obviously, with us, just talking about all this, we know that it should be Movsar and Lerone. One of them should be next. There are the rumors that they are supposed to fight each other in London, so it's one of those things where we're going to get one or the other. We're not going to have to worry about who kind of gets picked, But if that fight doesn't happen, if they do just decide to go to one of them, who would you guys rather see Volkanovski fight next?
As much as I'd say Mozart deserves it, I kind of want to see Laura. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say, where I feel like it could end up being a more entertaining fight with Lerone. But honestly, I would rather Movsar. I do think that, one, obviously he deserves it, and I think it's a better fight for Volk, because while Movsar is undefeated, he's super wrestle heavy, he's not dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't present many threats other than he's going to beat you by a decision. And so it's like, even for Volk, it's like, he obviously believes in his takedown defense. He believes in his wrestling. He definitely, I know he believes in his ability to not be the first person that fucking Movsar finishes in the UFC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That it's like,
That'd be hilarious.
I feel like just all around, that is the best fight for Volk.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like, I know Volk's like obviously been finished before and stuff, but it's like, there ain't no way you could go 50 minutes with Diego and come out walking away and you get finished by Mozart. I would be so upset. I would be so upset.
No, I get it.
I would not be able to handle that as the MMA timeline. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying. But like, and I understand like the whole idea of like danger. It's like, if like Movsar is here, like Lerone is like right here. Like, let's be fair here. He has 3 finishes in the UFC. One of them a spinning elbow that came out of nowhere against someone who is just Aaron Pico, who's pressure heavy and was just got him up against the cage.
Very predictable.
Makwan Amirkhani, who you should finish, especially if he goes out of the first round, and Ricardo Ramos.
Yeah, it's not that I'm saying Lerone is dangerous, but I just think, with all things considered, that Movsar's still just the better fight, you know?
No, yeah, I
get what you're saying.
And I know for me, I'm more interested in the Movsar fight just because of the style matchup, where it's like like you were saying with Lerone fighting Diego. He'll have the same kind of he just has the same kind of ability as Volkanovski, as a well-rounded fighter, someone that will present different things and be thoughtful about it. I just feel like he's just a worse version of Volk. You know what I mean? If anything, where it's like, yeah, he's not threatening in his own right. So it's like, he's not going to go out there and knock out Volk. He's damn sure not going to go out there and out grapple Volk. And I don't think he's going to be able to like win enough exchanges or fight on the outside well enough that Volk can't figure him out or win the point fight over a distance. It's like, I just feel like that I want that fight for Volk, and I want Lerone to get the opportunity and just to have that name under his belt. Way more interested in what Movsar can bring though with the grappling threat in it, because we saw him against Islam, but what major wrestlers has he fought at 145 pounds? Pretty sure the only wrestler he's really fought at 145 was Chad Mendes. In Chad
Mendez.
Mendes' retirement fight. Like, that
Uh,
he has not really been threatened there at 145
oh
pounds.
yeah,
That's something I'm
Mendez.
interested in.
This is
And
other
so
fights
that's
before the Mendez fight, because then it was Aldo, Holloway, Ortega. Darren
yeah.
Elkins, Jeremy Kennedy, Shane Young. Like, none of the guys he was fighting were wrestlers like that. So
Yeah. Like at 145, like, yeah, the best wrestlers he's fought, Chad Mendes, Darren Elkins, and probably Max Holloway is number 3 on that list, honestly. Like
that is a hell. Chad to Darren is a steep drop off.
yeah, like it's so I would be very interested in that. But to your point, Mozart just absolutely hated by the UFC, so it's like even if one of them were to just get picked at this point, probably goes to Lerone.
Probably because I mean, shit, Movzar's not helping himself by being inactive and pulling out of fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's like shit happens, I get it, but
Mhm.
you can't help it. But at the end of the day, it's like if like who knows of like the inactivity of like what they're offering to him, what he's if
yeah,
he's
yeah.
accepting turn down, like who knows? It could just be the fact of like there's literally nobody that like is deserving of a fight that the UFC actually wants to give because they just are like he's gonna fucking wrestle fuck them, and you know what I mean, and they
Yeah.
want to go different ways with them. And then it's like, yeah, so they just might not really have people, and then exactly they do get him a fight, and oh, now he's pulling out, you know what I mean? So it's like it's just it's a rough spot to be in. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how the top of the division plays out. My sneaky suspicion is Volkanovski's next defense is going to be Jean Silva, but hey, we'll see what happens there.
Entirely possible.
Yeah.
And for Diego, personally, I'd love to see him fight Steve Garcia next. That feels like the absolute perfect fight to go.
It would be a great fight.
That would be
Be a
sick,
good
man.
fight.
Be so awesome. It's like Diego has a chin of granite, and let's see if Steve Garcia can crack that, or if Diego just goes out there, subs him, or just is able to get the better of him on the feet.
Yeah.
Super interesting.
I mean, I could easily see him hurting Steve and then finishing with a sub.
100%. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with those two gentlemen in the main event.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about these next 3 fights, man. I'm so upset with them. All of them. Every single one, and for such different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My boy, Dan Hooker. I knew he was going to go out there and beat up Benoit, and it was going that way. He was cooking him round 1, doing great. And round 2, he decided, let me go for a takedown. And then instantly ended up on his back. Benoit and mount. Could have taken a fucking mounted triangle too with it, but decided not to go for it. And then just absolutely cooked him on top for the rest of the round until he got the finish. Yeah. How do you guys feel about this one?
Even with this win, the way I feel is Benoit cannot hang with the top 5. He should not be there. He should not be fighting these guys because it's like after the 2 losses to Dustin and Fiziev, in his next few
Moicano.
Oh yeah, sorry, Moicano. In his next 3 fights against Kyle, Mauricio, and Benny, I know Benny only lasted 16 seconds, so not much to take away from there.
Yeah.
But he looked so much more composed.
Yes.
He was doing the right things. He looked like he was just really trying to just do the right things. You know, stay safe, stay smart, not be so fucking open, and just get his shit together and go for the finish still. He started off like that, and it took all of like 2 minutes of Dan Hooker just being Dan Hooker for him to shed everything he learned from training to be safe and smarter and said, yeah, it's wartime. And it's like, yeah, he got it done.
Yep.
He's getting knocked the fuck out. He's getting knocked the fuck out.
At some point,
Everybody in the top is beating him. Everybody in the top is, well, not Patty.
I was about to say.
But I should say not Patty. But it's like
He doesn't
Max
deserve to be-
Holloway beats the dog shit out of him.
Oh,
Yes.
Charles Oliveira beats the dog shit out of him. Armin Saryukian beats the dog shit out of him.
Yeah.
Gaethje, that fight's just not happening, and we know it, so there's no point in even going there. And if the Ilya fight isn't happening, but let's say it did, knocks him the
Cooked.
fuck out. Like,
Cooked.
all 4-2 champ, he's cooked. And he just beat number 6, and then there's Patty. Cooked. This did not show me that he can do well here. But he's going to be a really fun and solid, just, top 10 guy.
Yeah. Also, 2 out of the 3 judges gave Benoit Saint-Denis the first round.
That's crazy.
So, figured I'd let you know that.
Like,
as
it's funny
well.
looking at the numbers because, like, watching it live, it didn't seem like Benoit, like, outstruck him, like, doubled it, basically. Because the shots Dan Hooker was landing were just real big and definitely affecting him early. Like, because I'm pretty sure it was the first round where he landed that big head kick that just had Benoit stunned for a second. It was like time stopped. He just, all right, I'm here. Like, he didn't go out. His eyes didn't roll. His knees didn't buckle. It was just like he got hit and just everything stopped for like a second. It was kind of crazy, but
yeah. Front kicks to the body were just eating him up. Like, every single one just had such a big reaction. Like, it was so sad to see Dan just throw that shit away. Was defending all the takedowns really well, just throwing in the ninja chokes and the gilly. Benoit hit the real nice fucking judo toss off the cage that got him the takedown the first round. That was really nice. But then even Dan just being able to work up from there and like get out, and but yeah, just I was sad for that one.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Benoit's got some rough fights ahead of him.
Yeah, and that's
whatever's next.
Yeah, and that's to your point. I feel like if like best case for Benoit and just his career and everything, he should probably fight Gamrot next.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be a lot of fun.
That's entirely possible. I do feel like they go to the Patty fight. I got that feeling.
That's fine. They just can't go any higher than that.
No.
He called for BMF or Armin, like.
Yeah, either one of those are just like, it's just so easy for whoever fights him, man. Like,
and it's like Benoit's 30. He goes into that fight. These could be the type of fights where it's like, damn, is he gonna be the same? Or is everything gonna fall apart afterwards?
Yeah,
because Oliveira probably knocks him out in the first round. I feel like Max easily knocks him out before the end of the second round. And then Armin just probably does whatever he wants in there to him.
Oh, Armin TKOs him. He does him like Moicano did him, where it's a doctor stoppage TKO because of all the damage from the top, from landing on top with the top pressure.
Yeah. So yeah, the Patty fight would be good. That would be a whole lot of fun. It's like that might even just show how even more unready he is for those top dogs as well. But he would still probably pull out the win. But yeah,
Patty could win, but it's not going to be by finish. It would be
I don't
a
know
split
who gets
decision.
done, honestly.
I could see Patty subbing him. I could see that happening for sure.
Maybe
because
yeah.
he shoots on some dog shit takedowns, bro.
He does.
Like it. No, I know, but like I have more faith in Patty latching something up off of the bad takedown of Benoit than Benoit wrapping something up off of bad takedown of Patty, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be.
I understand that.
What a sloppy fight that would be. That'd be awesome to experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it's a good win overall for Benoit, but see where he goes, what the UFC does with him.
Mm.
And for Dan, that's just tried to bounce back quickly after the Armin loss, which it's like it's one of those things. Obviously, it was a rough one, but it's like that's Armin. You shouldn't have even been in there with him, but he was the
Yeah.
only motherfucker
Mm.
that was going to take a fight against him.
Yeah.
So it did that, bounces back, and just another rough loss. And so I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna take some time off or what he's gonna do, who he's gonna want to try and get into a scrap with. I know even after that, he'll still try and get into a scrap with Patty after everything. So we'll
Yeah.
see what the UFC wants to do.
Might be finding the guy in the next fight we're going to talk about.
I don't want to. I would that what I would absolutely hate so much, because a big reason why I thought Dan was gonna win this fight is
Mhm.
because Benoit Saint-Denis is not fast or that athletic of a
Yeah.
person. He moves very slow, and he showed that in this fight, but he was still able to get it done. To your point, if he ends up fighting Mauricio Rufy, who went out there and got a second round knockout over Rafael Fiziev, that's an easy first round win for Rufy because his
Yeah.
speed and just his ability on the feet, it's too good. It's too good.
Mhm.
I didn't think he would be able to beat Rafael, honestly. I really thought Fiziev was going to get easy decision here to show that he was the better striker. And honestly, for most of the fight, they both kind of stood in front of each other, not really doing much. And just
Mhm.
Fiziev would kind of just walk him down to the cage, and they would just kind of sit there and just wait for their opportunities to find shots.
Yeah.
But as soon as fucking Rufy found that fucking kill shot, man, I ain't never seen Fiziev hurt like that in my
No.
entire life. That was insane
This
to
man fought
watch.
Gaethje
But yeah,
twice and he didn't look that hurt.
Yeah.
right. Because it's like Fiziev the first round just couldn't find his shots up top. Couldn't find them. He was missing crazy to the head. So he was just really working the body and the legs. And then, yeah, second round came around because, like you said, Rufy just being real tentative that round two, like not a whole lot was going on then. But then it was like round two, Fiziev still not really being able to find the shots up top. And then, yeah, Rufy just ripped him the fuck apart, man. That was sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's what it's like. It was nice for Fiziev to get the bounce back after that losing streak against Bahamondes,
Yeah.
but now it's just like, damn, man, you're 1-4 in your last 5 fights. Knockout loss to Rufy, injury loss to Gamrot, 2 rough losses to Gaethje, and a win over someone that's not in the top 15. Like
Yeah.
this is not at all where I would have expected Fiziev to be in this,
Yeah.
like at
No.
this point in his career.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
But yeah, great win for Rufy. Great win.
Yes.
Obviously the biggest win of his
I
career.
I think
Great way
it's
to bounce back after that loss to Benoit Saint-Denis.
I think it's a great win, but it's also not a good win for his career. Because
Yeah.
he is not ready for the grapplers that can await him up at the top of the division. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like we should have slow rolled him back a little bit more. Maybe give him a Fraziam, maybe someone lower end of the top 15 to really like get him going again, or just outside the top 15. But no, all right, you beat number 9. Here's, you know, someone who like I think he can knock out Mateus Gamrot. Mateus Gamrot is really going to test that grapple.
Yeah. And that's where, yeah, just to your point, it's like big win, big jump up in the rankings, but you didn't show us anything that was the problems of why you lost.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's the same thing with Benoit, where it's like you're moving up, but like you're showing us that you're not really fixing your game or fixing these holes, and that's why you guys aren't beating the
Yeah.
fucking top dogs and the actual best fighters. Like it's just
Yeah. I just wonder if with Rufy, they're doing the thing where they don't care. They're just pushing him. It's like, obviously
Oh,
they
yeah.
are, you know,
Yeah.
he's coming off of a loss, and they said, oh, you lost, let's move you up anyway and give you a top 10 guy and give you a striker. So his next fight is not about to be Gamrot. It's probably not going to be Patty either.
Probably
They're
gonna be
probably
Hooker,
going to be Dan Hooker, yeah.
Yeah.
And
like
if
I
he
was
beats
saying.
Dan Hooker, it's like, who knows? Maybe they'll try to go for the Max Holloway fight, and if there's a win there, title shot. Your title shot, who knows who will be there? Could be Armin at that point, could be Ilya,
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
a striker, who knows? But now you're
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But that's probably how they're going to push him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, 100%. I was saying beforehand, like, y'all ready for Dan Hooker versus Mauricio Rufy? Because that's
Yeah.
the fight they're going to next.
So yeah, Rufy, he got himself the performance bonus with that, definitely deservedly so. $100,000
Yeah.
there because they upped the bonuses, so that is definitely nice. Fight of the night, didn't mention it, but winning the main event, kind of weird on that one. I wasn't expecting that, but hey, they got extra money, so that's always good either way.
Yes.
Oh, this next one is even worse. Worse than them all. This was horrible.
Yeah.
Tai Tui Bang Bang. He was back after a long layoff, trying to break that 5-fight losing streak. And I really thought he was going to be able to get it done against Taliesin Teixeira because A, Taliesin isn't that good. And B, Tai Tuivasa, streakiest fighter in UFC history. 3-fight win streak, 3-fight losing streak. 5-fight win streak, 5-fight losing streak. He had to win this one. But as soon as it started going, and Taliesin shot a takedown and took him down, I instantly just kind of had the thought of like, oh wow, I never even expected or thought that Taliesin would shoot a takedown or try to grapple him. Obviously, it's the thing you do to Tai Tuivasa, but Taliesin is just a shit fuck heavyweight fighter. So why would you go with the obvious thing? You take the hard path.
I mean, that's what he did with the Junior Tafa, or Justin Tafa. So Justin immediately shot takedown on him, and then got the elbow, got him up in the clinch, and elbowed his nose into his face.
But yeah, so I just wasn't expecting that, and that made me really sad. And as soon as that happened, I was like, "Damn, Ty's gonna lose this fight, huh?" And he had some moments, where I thought he might be able to get something done or pull something out, but they both got exhausted real quickly, and then turned just real bad, real fast.
Real sloppy.
Yeah.
It was just crazy to watch Ty have better cardio than Taliesin.
Yeah, it was awful. It made me really sad to watch. So Taliesin never saw the second round before this fight, ends up winning a unanimous decision over Tai Tuivasa, sending him on a 6-fight losing streak and more than likely getting cut from the UFC after that. Already the fighter on the longest losing streak in the UFC before this, and so he's only extending that. That's probably going to be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know obviously you guys are super excited for Talison's next fight, right? And we can't wait to see who he gets in the rankings now.
Oh
right?
yeah, I'm super excited to see him versus Shamil like that. Yeah,
that's the way to go. That's how that perfect.
What's gonna happen?
Chef's kiss. Let's go.
Let's
and then the last fight.
You know what? Let's make a real bad fight. Let's make a terrible heavyweight fight. Allison versus Mick Parkin. Let's have a snooze fest of a fight.
Yo, I actually believe Mick Parkin knocks him out.
He probably could.
He might be able to.
Because Towson would definitely get way too tired way too fast. And Mick wouldn't get as tired at all. And then he might be able to get a second, third round finish,
Yeah.
Definitely easy decision win for Mick Parkins, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the belief is there he could score a finish for sure. But yeah, that's the heavyweight division. Always terrible and awesome at the same time. Last fight on the main card, Quinlan Southkill taking on Jamie Malarkey. We knew that this is just another fight where it's like just a slaughtering. This is why are we doing this? Just a showcase.
Yeah.
Quinlan was like, I'm gonna grapple this fucker. And it took him a little bit to get him down. And I was just like, God damn it, bro. Like, why do you just knock this dude out?
Love
like,
how
what are we doing,
in the post fight said, everyone forgets that grappling is my best is where I'm the best at. Like, I don't know about that, dog. I think you're misreading your own skills.
Yes, like, it's super fucking frustrating because he does it in every single fight. Literally all of his fights other than the Anshul Jubilee one because that only lasted 19 fucking seconds. But, like, the Nasrat one, for instance, only lasted 2.5 minutes. He went 0 for 4 on takedowns, decided to strike with him, and knocked him the fuck out. It's like Jamie Malarkey struggling here. Yanal Ashmus, he got 8 takedowns, sure, but he went 8 for 23 and had good moments on the feet against him, was looking good, outstriking him, like, didn't really have to do that. And the same with Gage Young. He got 9 takedowns, but 9 of 22. Like, I don't get it.
Fuckheads.
I don't get it. And I feel like if he could understand that he could use that type of pressure as a compliment to his striking and not assume that his grappling is his best skill set and that he's going to be better than his opponent in that skill set, it could be really good. But if he's going to stay too conceited about it that his grappling is great, he's going to get fucked up because he has
Some
awful
point,
takedowns.
yeah.
Like, yeah, like not anytime soon, because he's still lower down. But like, if they decide to
I
put
mean,
him in the rankings or when they shoot him up to like any type of grappler that's actually solid, he's fucked. He has to understand when to use it, who to use it against, and trust in his striking more. Like,
Yeah.
I'd say I can see somehow if he gets into a certain path, him running into like Moicano and then really finding out, oh, there's levels.
The exact name that I thought of. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. It's like, yeah, it doesn't got to be like an Armin, a
do
Charles
you want to know who I
Oliveira,
was
like,
thinking? Because that was too high for me.
Mhm.
Fucking Chris Duncan, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
The outside of the rankings, but just a solid you know what I mean? Just a solid wrestler, solid grappler. He goes for it. Obviously, he can get finished and shit. You know what I mean? But that's a good test for him where it's like,
Yeah, Chris
bro,
Dunn.
you can't just run like that.
Yep.
Chris Duncan will gilly you for those types of fucking takedowns, and he
Mhm.
will get that gilly.
yeah. Shit, even
No, yeah.
and like not the same kind of grappling like threat as like Chris Duncan, but shit, a Grant Dawson. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it's like, yeah, like you could probably just knock him out really quick, but if you're just gonna go fucking start grappling him fucking as soon as the fight starts, it's like this motherfucker's ready to go. And he's
Yes.
Yeah.
a goddamn good grappler.
He's
Like
not gonna
that,
like just sprawl and brawl you. He won't like just defend it and then try to shuck you off. No, he's gonna try to turn it around, get into a top position, and now what are you doing?
Exactly. He's reversing, he's putting heavy top pressure, and you're not moving from underneath him. And now he's blasting you with elbows till you turn around and he's grabbing a rear naked choke.
yep.
So
Yeah.
There's Grant Dawson.
you know what? Windland versus Grant next. Why not?
Yeah, I would be down for that.
Yeah.
100%. That would be really good for him. But yeah,
But it's like he's a solid fighter. He's
Yeah.
definitely is good. He's young. He's only 26 years old. I just think that if he learns that sooner than later, it would be better for him because he's
Yes.
going to learn that eventually. You know what I mean?
yep. But yeah, either way, does get the first round finish, rear naked choke, $100,000 bonus for him as well. So yeah,
Mhm.
just ended up cooking. But exactly, it's like gotta be more realistic with what your skill set actually is and how to implement that in fights going ahead. Was just like, yeah, when you're fighting Jamie Malarkey, you can be like, yeah, I'm better than this guy everywhere. Because like, yeah, you are, but again, it's like you're still jockeying for position back and forth on the cage for a little bit. Where it's like, if you
Oh,
were
yeah.
that dominant of a grappler, probably should have just instantly taken him down and subbed him. You know,
Right.
And again, it's not like you've been fighting the cream of the crop, so
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Like, yeah, still like even with this fight, it's like best win still Nasrat, like someone that
yeah.
you did not score a takedown on. Somebody that Dan Hooker out grappled during COVID with no training camp. You
Yeah.
went over 4 and then you knocked him out. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, that's where it just like levels to the shit, man. Like,
It's funny, I didn't notice this until now. He has been every fight he's had so far has been on a pay-per-view. And 3 out of 4 of them have been headlined by rematches.
that's really funny.
Yeah. Duplessis Strickland 2, Dvalishvili O'Malley 2, and then Volk Lopez 2. The other one, Aspinall versus Khan.
Very nice, very nice. But yeah, they're obviously trying to push him. They're obviously trying to give him a big spotlight. It's
every single one of the pay-per-views he's been on has actually featured a title fight that was a rematch because Mackenzie Dern Vierna was on that card as well.
That's so funny. Perfect.
That's funny
yeah.
as hell.
So let's go. Quinlan definitely opened up the card, main card very nicely.
Yes.
Volk Diego closed it out pretty solidly. That is UFC 325, the prelims. I know there's only one. I know in my heart there's only one place to start this, but I'll let you guys go ahead and decide where you want to go.
No, why don't you
No,
take
go
it? Why
ahead.
don't you take it away?
Brother. Jacob Malkoun, Torres Finney. That was...
The thing is I
Oh
wish
my God.
that Torres Finney didn't injure himself in the first round because it would make
Yeah.
it way better.
I did notice that. Like on one of the first leg kicks he threw, I saw him like jump a little bit. I was just like, did he injure himself, or was that just like him slipping? I was just like, whatever. And then the same thing happened in the second round. It's like, oh, he definitely fucked something up. Second or third, wherever it was.
Yeah. It was like just watching Torres Finney have zero striking defense at all.
Zero striking.
Well, I know, but
let's just.
But that's to be expected. Like, come on, he's 5'8" and he just grapples everyone. We know he's not striking, but just even covering up and just still getting hit with like every fucking shot, and it was
tough as hell.
Yeah,
yes.
but because that's where it's like eating so many punches and just such easy shots too that like no difficulty for Jacob Malkoun to land him.
Malkoun was essentially just like running circles around him.
Yeah.
And like I don't mean like, oh, great footwork, just like straight up, just like had Torres Finney just spinning around as he just popped him and fucking circled on him and did whatever he wanted. Like
yeah,
the numbers, 117 significant strikes to 27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and he still wasn't able to find the finish. It was like,
God
damn.
We legit.
God damn,
hold on.
bro.
I thank you for saying that because I almost forgot because I said it and then it happened and I needed to see it. I needed to see somebody try to put this man into an RNC.
Yeah.
Because Torres Finney, real Brocky, absolutely no neck, shoulders covering anything possible. And watching Jacob try to get his arm down and it's just across his face because where else is it going to go? Awesome. Loved it.
I just loved because we were talking about it because we're like, because I know you guys had friends over and stuff. We were just talking, just like, look, the only thing that's fun about this fight is just looking at the differences physicality wise between these two because it's hilarious. And this is just going to be a boring fight. There's probably going to be a lot of grappling. It is what it is. And then halfway through the first round, we're like, is this going to be a Jacob Malkoun first round finish? And then it got through the first round. We're like, okay. And then halfway through the set, we're just like, oh my God, he almost had a finish in the first, and now we're going to go to a decision, aren't we?
Yep.
And just going from the pendulum swinging all the way from one direction, all the way back to it to being a decision. It's not the decision we thought we were going to get.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but I just thought that show was hilarious and terrible at the same time, so I figured that was the perfect way to start. I mean, the Dana White's Contender Series champ, the greatest Contender Series fighter of all time. He just finally took his first loss. You know what I mean? I thought that was big news. You know?
True. No longer undefeated.
Yep. All right, what do you guys want to talk about from prelims, though?
Okay, I don't know. I guess like the prelims overall to me were just like not that impressive because the people who were winning and losing, it's like of course Junior Tafa got subbed, you know? Of course Cody Brundage got fucking knocked out.
Yes.
Oban Elliott is just proving you cannot believe in him, and I had a fucking feeling you couldn't believe in him.
Too, but I had to go with him, but god damn it, that pissed me off so much.
I get it. It just, you know, I will say that
Hopefully with the robbery.
Yeah,
that was
but
good
it's
work.
like
that was good work.
Jonathan Mikalev, it's like he looked like shit up until he got Oban down and then was able to put him to sleep.
Yeah.
So that was also like, damn, bro. Yeah, you got the sub, but holy shit, were you losing that fight? You know, you did not look
no one
great.
Like both fighters like no. So Jonathan like won, but both fighters lost stock in that fight.
Yeah, and like Oban, he does this thing where he'll go out there and he'll put on pressure and he tries to fight, but the second he gets hit with one big shot, everything cuts off.
Yeah.
You see the hesitation, you see the gun shyness, and you just see the pressure just fade away. And then something like that happens where Jonathan Mikulev just fucking gets you down and subs you like that. Like, not good. Not
Yeah.
good.
Kind of
Mhm.
the nowhere near as good or skillful, or I like to say it, but like kind of the Jack Hermanson of 170, where it's like you just
Yeah.
get the power just makes everything fall apart very fast.
Yeah.
It's at 170.
No, yeah, but you know,
Yeah, I
Jack
know.
Hermanson versus Oban Elliott next. Let's go.
But it's like, I guess,
I
just,
know.
I don't know, overall with the prelims, there wasn't anyone I necessarily cared for. There wasn't any big names, anything meaningful.
I
It
get
just
it.
felt
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's exciting to watch. Don't get me wrong. I had fun. I'm not talking shit in that aspect, but it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there
get it.
wasn't anything that was like, it's like there were 3 Road to UFC final fights that I didn't know anything about any of these fighters.
Yeah,
Right.
but hey, the one that fell off though, Dan Hooker's boy, out
Aaron
here
Tao.
fucking cheating on the scales, hitting 122, and they're like, "What the hell?"
About that,
Like,
he,
get
he
back on
overdid
there.
it. He
Well, yeah,
overdid it.
because you're the last one to weigh in. You're barely making time on this weigh in, and you need the towel, and you're weighing in at 122. That doesn't make sense.
Reweigh him 129. And it was really funny too because I saw like a picture that somebody posted.
His heels off the scale.
Yeah, and even on the reweigh in at 129, his heels were off of the scale and still trying to like do something to take weight off. And yeah, motherfucker was still fucking 2 pounds over, 7 pounds more than what he weighed in originally. Insane.
Incredible stuff.
Means he might have potentially weighed even more. 29 might have been closer to bantamweight.
Probably was.
He might have
I
been
wonder if he missed
134.
the contract or something. And he was just like, "Oh shit! I thought I was fighting at bantamweight." And he's just like, "Well," but yeah, that was definitely the most notable part of Road to UFC, I would say.
Darman Fan, he looked like he could be solid.
True.
He could be.
That was a good
Yeah.
fight.
25 years old. That was fun.
Has 2 losses to
155?
Quinlan.
Yep.
His 2 losses in his career are to Quinlan, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Damn, and Quillen's fucking subbed him in both. All right, this guy.
Hey.
We'll see.
Hey.
He
It was
was
his
dealing with
6th
very
fight
well in
and
that one.
his 3rd fight. No, 2nd fight, sorry.
Not bad. But yeah, so that's where it's like, yeah, some solid stuff overall, but nothing too crazy. Just mid to decent card overall.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's kind of what happens when it's like just top it off with fucking shit that don't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got to give it something big. You got to give something meaningful. I mean, it's like big and meaningful. I know next week there's some real big and meaningful in the main event.
I mean, next week is an unnecessarily good Apex event.
I know.
And I don't want to say unnecessarily because obviously it's great, but it's like, damn, this is the best Apex card they've ever put together.
Yeah.
Kind of
Tune in and find out.
Kind of is. But with this event though, Tapology, I don't even want to freaking talk about it, man.
I won. This is my
Idiot.
2nd week in a row.
Yep.
I didn't win. I did not win at all. I
Yeah.
trusted way too many people that I shouldn't have.
We both trusted Oban. If I had not
Both
trusted Oban,
trusted
I
Oban.
might have. If I had not trusted Oban, I could have won.
I didn't trust Oban. I didn't trust Dan Hooker.
I trusted Dan Hooker. I trusted Taito Ivasa. I trusted Frogman. I saw the name Frogman. I had to do it.
I get it. I really do.
Done. I didn't care about nothing. That was the only fight I didn't really look into anything. I saw the nicknames and it had to be done.
Fair enough.
I trusted in Nakamura's power, and it worked. He was getting cooked. The
Oh
Road
my
to
yeah,
UFC fight, he was getting cooked for 3 rounds.
He
3
was.
minutes, 48 seconds. Round 3 lands the perfect knee as Sebastian's coming in, dead
Yeah.
on the ground. Sleep
pissed me off so much.
over. Nakamura wins. Semi-perfect for me.
About to say, I only had Nakamura winning. I had him winning by decision. That's not happening.
No, it was not.
Like, bro, through the first 6 fights on the card, my only wins were robberies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Louis should not have won that split decision.
So,
Konofli should not have won that majority decision.
It just that was so funny. It was just majority. It was like, what the fuck has happened here?
see, I was when they were reading them, I was like, "Is this going to turn into a majority draw?" And I heard majority. I'm like, "Oh, it is going to be a draw." And then all of a sudden, Konofli is getting his hand raised. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Glorious work.
It's like I didn't trust in Konofli, but unfortunately, the judges were who couldn't be trusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then the last thing for this episode of the pod, another terrible thing that I don't even want to talk about, and I already give up.
Yes.
I went purely off of vibes when we did this, and the vibes are already all fucked for 2026. I thought this was going to be a great year, but so far January has told me that I am just wrong about everything. I don't know. I don't even know how did we create a new draft, 2026 draft, up and running for us, and Ginger is absolutely cooking us.
Well, see, I've won 3 years in a row. I did win the draft last year, just to mention.
Yeah,
was
we
3 years.
we fucking knew that at like the end of November.
True.
I think at the beginning of
anyway.
November we knew that.
But anyway, it was like directly after making this draft, I was like, yo, Holmes, I'm not winning this year. And there's been 2 events. And yeah, Jimmy's 1-3. I'm 1-2. And honestly, I should be 0-3. And Ginger's 4-1. Because Natalia Silva should not have beat Rose, which would make Jimmy 2-2. Like, because he has Rose. So there's a little robbery in there. It's like, I should not have a single win on the draft yet.
But also, and like, to be fair with me, it's like, granted, doing this, it's like the 3 losses I have in Diego Lopez, Rose Namajunas, and Tai Tuivasa.
Huh?
We all knew the fights that were scheduled.
Yep.
Like, Tai was like the hoping, like with the like Taliesin was like thinking that he was bad enough, but it's like all reality. I knew I was gonna be taking an L with Rose and Diego. It just fucking sucks that Rose definitely won that fucking fight and they still didn't give it to her. Like, god damn it.
Yeah.
But god damn you, Ginger. This is not going great for us.
It's all right. We'll have the comeback victory.
But to be fair, I got a couple got at least 3 fighters who don't fight that often in Islam Makhachev, who might only have 1 fight this year. Who knows?
You also have Yasmin Lucindo, who's not fighting
for the next 8 months, or 6 months,
Let's go. That's very helpful.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my god. Can we add fuck. God. Can we add Muhammad Usman to your draft?
True.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, he's suspended for 2.5 years, so sorry.
Punishment is for, you know what? Since he's suspended for 2.5 years, that should be the punishment for whoever loses the draft. One of their honorable mentions has to be Muhammad Usman.
That'd be terrible. But it's really funny because I think it, like, I forget what I was listening to, but like, because the normal suspension would have been like 2 years. But they gave him 2.5 because I'm pretty sure he gave them like fraudulent documents or something like that, or like he did something of like trying to lie to them or some shit that they were just like, bro, what, like, and so they gave him like an extra 6 months because of that. So good stuff on
incredible.
that. Yeah. But yeah, Ginger, you're absolutely cooking the start of this year. Umar with the win. Benoit saint-denis with the win. Quinlan and Atiba.
Yep. My one loss being Patty, who I knew was going to lose. I took him knowing he was going to lose, knowing that more than likely he gets another 2 fights he can probably win.
Yeah, that's very fair. I mean, that was definitely a rough enough loss that it's like, who knows when he might even come back. He might be up
exactly.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about, they're probably going to do Benoit Patty, and now I'm getting myself into itself head-to-head.
That would be awesome. That would be great if we got to figure out to, especially with how this has started, you got to just have as many head-to-head matches. But actually that's not great because there's just too many guaranteed wins as well. You just need to lose all your fights. That's really just what it is. That's what needs to happen. Kevin Vallejo's getting knocked out by Josh Emmett. Bruno Silva's getting knocked out. I don't even know who he's fighting, but he's getting knocked out. Usman or Magomedov's getting knocked out. They're all getting cooked. Let's go!
All right.
I need it, brother. I'm 1-3 to start this shit. You flip
like
my record around and I'm still losing to you.
True. Like I said, next week you're gonna go even with Horiguchi and Shamil.
I hope so, but I don't know. We'll see. Shamil's got a rough fight ahead of him. Horiguchi is gonna cook though. That is definitely for sure. Damn, Kate's you got a little bit till your next fight.
Yeah, the 28th.
Didn't kind of realize of how little people you actually
21st,
got booked.
Sorry. Yeah, her next fighter is Jocelyn Edwards.
Oh, who's Jocelyn Edwards fighting again?
Don't remember.
I feel like I remember thinking that she was gonna fuck them up though.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh yeah, I feel it.
Jocelyn Edwards.
Nora Cornell.
Oh yeah,
she should go.
Yeah, she like fucking. What is she in the UFC?
She
like 4-3 or something.
3-2.
Yeah, Jocelyn's got that.
Yeah, the 2 times she won, she missed weight.
All right, so if she makes weight.
Oh, I didn't realize this is a rematch, and she beat Jocelyn in her debut.
Damn, the one time she beat someone while not missing weight.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
It's all right. Jocelyn's getting better.
She is. That is definitely true. Like, that is not even say that like just like, you know, like as a joke. Like, she is actually improving as a fighter in 135 pounds. Like, but yeah, let's go. That's the draft, or some of the draft. We got so much going on. So many great fighters. I can't wait for everything to play out this year, even though I'm already done with it. Let's go. But that is everything for this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. And we will catch you on the next one where, like we did say, it genuinely is going through that. Couldn't believe how good of an Apex card that is. Probably, like, just off top of my head, has to be the greatest Apex card of all time.
It's got to be up there.
But yeah, let's go. Peace out, everyone. We shall catch you then.